jungle, lion in the concrete jungle, lion in the jungle.
Hey man, it's okay though.
Dude,
We're
I'm
evolving.
fucking sore as shit, bro.
Why?
Tyree, like, me and Tyree did this, and you know what they call those, like, insane workouts or whatever, like, whatever they call it.
Like what? Circuits? Hit workout? High intensity interval training?
Yeah, something like that. And it was just, like, basically all these different forms of push-ups you could do and, and ways to do planks with it and everything. And I haven't worked out, like, in a good amount. And then I did that, and, yo.
Oh, yeah, man.
This was 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And, yo, still, like, just trying to fucking bend my arm all the way, like my triceps is so fucking tight, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Whenever you start back, you got to ease into it, man.
Yeah, I do that every time. Like I
go hard.
I go so hard, and I know I'm gonna regret it, and it's retarded.
Nah.
So you'll notice as I sip this, I'm like moving my head towards it.
So you don't have to bend your arm so much. You're just a glutton for punishment. You just like to go ham.
There is something about that pain that, like, I kind of like. Obviously, it sucks.
It's kind of addicting. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
like
is.
I've always like, if I got a cut, I like to put a little bit of alcohol on it. Like, I don't know, I like
really?
that like sting.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. That's interesting though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you really want to fuck yourself up though, don't work out for about 6 months and go in there and go ham on triceps.
Yeah, that's basically like kind of what happened.
Like, do skull crushers, do pull downs. The triceps are. I'll take that back. The legs and the abs are probably the worst in my opinion to go ham on after not working out.
Oh,
you
yeah,
work
the
your legs
will
out
be
like
real
that.
Rough.
You're not mobile
Do
for the
some
next
squats.
week.
What was that workout that your dad used to have us do on the bench, where like we would bench and then go right into?
It's they call it supersetting whenever you go from one to another.
Yeah, it was basically kind of like that. What we were doing, supersetting. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, we used to do that back in high school football. It's a real good workout, no matter what you're doing.
It's a form of cardio.
Me and Peg, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's really good for toning your muscles up too.
Yeah.
Not necessarily bulk, but toning. Me and Peg used to do a lot of supersets. There's a lot of different things you can do too. Any body part that you want to work out that day, you can superset.
Yeah.
And just really shred yourself up. You get a real good pump, all that blood in the muscles.
Yeah, this is a exercise podcast now, so we'll be giving you guys tips every single day.
Speaking of, your boys started a new diet on Monday.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good because there was something I wanted to bring up to you about
I'm
this.
eating healthier.
I'm glad you're doing that. I'm trying to do the same.
Yeah.
You've heard of people that do Sober October?
Yeah.
So people always do like all these different things, but I got something for us that we should really, like, I really want to do, and I want you to do it with me.
For October?
For October.
Okay.
No sugar.
No sugar?
Not 1 gram of sugar.
Well, I mean, I'll do my best. I'm down for it, but I just
that means like no soda.
Right.
When you get coffee, no sugar in it.
Yeah.
Whatever you're eating, like if you're eating a snack, like check the back of it.
Right.
And dude, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like it's because I've started to notice this in myself, and I also notice it from the people around me. After you eat, you see people, and I feel it myself, that you want a dessert.
That you want a dessert?
Yeah,
okay.
and it's not really that.
I see it in other people around me, like low key, just eyeballing the shit out of me.
Not just you, everybody. I swear. And like I said, I noticed it in myself too. I noticed it in myself yesterday after I finished eating, and it's like your brain thinks that you want a snack. Oh, I just want a snack. But what it really is your brain tricking you to be like, give me that sugar.
Yeah.
I want that sugar.
It's a drug like anything else.
More than anything else. More than any drug.
I don't know, man. Coffee's kind of up there, too.
Coffee is probably my biggest addiction.
Yeah.
But
well, we've already established chips as your biggest addiction.
No, I could give that up a little bit. I can't go without coffee.
Okay.
Especially in them stop the shit mugs.
But yeah, that's
true. It just
true.
makes it that much sweeter.
It's that release of, dopamine, serotonin. It's like, hey, I like that shit. Let me get a little dessert on top.
And this thing has like a control over you,
Mm-hmm.
And so I questioned it in myself when I started to feel it yesterday. And then I'm just like, when I started a diet a couple years ago, I was like, I'm just going to cut out sugar on the keto diet. And I was able to do it, and I did it to such a degree where I said I was checking the backs of everything that I did. So I want to do that, me and you, in October, and we could speak about the different things we're feeling. And are you listening?
I am. No, I'm down for that.
So
I think that would be awesome.
Let's lock that
It'd
in.
basically be 4 episodes of.
And if
of
you
us
guys
going
want to
ham.
do it with us, you know, just for October, let's just try it out. No sugar.
Yeah.
See how it goes. And
Really?
it has so much benefits to your
No
to
doubt.
your body.
No doubt. Yeah, everybody knows sugar is shit.
Yeah, like there's all these different diets, like high fat, low fat, high carb, low carb.
But the
If
consistent thing is sugar is
Yeah,
not
and if you
good.
could just take that out, you'll see benefits in everything.
Yeah, you
like
don't-
that's the key to it.
You don't see any high sugar diets out there.
Yeah, there's no
There's
such
no
thing.
such thing. Yeah, and I guess the greater hope would be that I'm going to participate, but the greater hope would be that kind of thing continues on, that I carry it on forward with me.
Yeah, and
It's
so
like, damn,
when
I feel so much better. I'm sleeping better. I got more energy. That kind of
that's
thing.
what it is. It causes inflammation, and inflammation fucks everything up.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for that.
So yeah,
So,
sober October.
Sober October, cutting sugar out.
And that's it. Like, you know, whatever else we want to do. But there's sugar in a lot of things that we got to look into. Like for me, you know, I drink beer. I can't drink beer.
Yeah,
You know?
true. A lot of things. You got to stick with the liquor.
Yeah, I got to stick with the liquor.
Nah, I don't know if there might be sugar in liquor.
Certain liquors don't have it. I think whiskey
Oh, really?
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the process in which it's distilled, I think, random stat Shane.
You're going to stick with that proper?
That proper? I like it.
That proper?
I don't know. You
I'm gonna be like
have
that.
been right about how, like, you know, supporting this dude that's punching guys in the head when they don't drink his whiskey. Speaking of Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's a savage. But that old man had some nuts on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Twice he
ate
put
that shit.
he put that shot glass back. He's like, yeah, fuck that whiskey.
It's crazy.
And then he ate that punch like a champ.
And just sat there.
Like the champ. Like that
Yeah.
boy, that dude has seen some shit in his day. That little
He's the
jab wasn't nothing.
champ, I guess.
Yeah, he ate that shit. Yeah, I don't know what Connor's doing.
He's the Nate Diaz of bars.
He's the bitch of who that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He
is.
just goes to bars, takes all these hits, and just keeps coming.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't know. So cutting out sugar. Gonna have to get rid of chips. I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. But yeah, man. So I started. I didn't really start a diet, but I just started eating a little bit better. Like I'm trying. I usually have a ritual during the work week. Like I go in and out for breakfast. You know, I'll have a few pieces of bacon and then a biscuit and gravy because it's the same stuff in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I'm eating in the cafeteria, so it does become habitual. Me eating the same bullshit every day. So, you know, last couple of days I've just had like a banana in the morning. Today I just had a couple pieces of cantaloupe and honeydew. And then lunchtime, you know, just trying to do better. Just trying to cut out the bullshit.
That's good.
Normally I'll have fry. And I've lost weight in the past, like I've said before. And so I kind of know it's simple. I know what I need to do. It's just a matter of doing it. But I'm excited.
And it's just also understanding that pull that you get is just the sugar.
Yeah.
It's just the sugar.
Yeah.
Like when we were watching the fights the other night and you wanted to go out and get it. Like you were so focused on getting that.
I was
and
like, I got this.
And I knew what it was in the moment. And, you know, when you
too.
brought it, you gave it to me. I had it too. But it's like the same way you were is the same way, and, you know, we all do that. But it's the same way.
Damn.
An alcoholic would be like, well, let's just go get one more shot. Like, let's just, I need this in order to, like, you know, we're about to watch the fights. Like, you know, you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And I do that shit all the time. I'm sure everybody does that shit all the time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just like I said. It's just a substance like anything else.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, you know. Isn't it crazy that sugar is something you have to consume. You have to consume that.
Yep.
And in order to, I don't know, feel that release. Like same thing with if you were drinking beer or shooting up heroin, whatever it is. It's something that you're having to ingest.
Yep.
In order to get that dopamine release and feel better.
Yep.
But isn't it crazy that, you know, gambling, for instance, you know, we just shouted out Slowpoke gambling a couple episodes ago. Isn't it crazy that, you know, something like gambling, you're not ingesting anything, you're not consuming anything, but it is that same release. It's that same shit, isn't it?
It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy. It's nothing physical. It's nothing physical, but it is still just as addicting all the same.
That's why, you know, and we've been talking about how, like, your brain's a liar and your brain lies to you.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things where your brain is just lying to you.
You know what your brain is? Your brain is like instant gratification.
Yeah, it's the
24 hours a day.
reward system that you start to set up, and then over years of time, that reward system gets ingrained to where, just like you said in the mornings, it's just that's the tradition, that's the habit, that's what you do.
Habit, exactly.
And some people go down that rabbit hole for 40 years, 50 years, and then you can't reverse that. Once it's that deep, like, of course it's possible.
Like you can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of thing?
Yeah, but even, like, deeper. You can't get a dog off sugar.
Yeah. But, was that me?
Yeah, I think
anyway. So, all that bullshit aside, how's your week been?
Let's see.
How's it been, man?
Busy.
Yeah.
It's been busy. I'm on to a new thing that I really want to learn and get really good at. I got Peg teaching me some editing skills because sometimes, you know, he's a busy guy. He's got stuff to do, and he can't always get around to editing. That's why once in a while, you know,
the episodes come out a little late.
Yeah, but not. We always said at the beginning of the week, which they are. But, you know, I'm just trying to take the burden off him a little bit, and I'm going to learn that shit as good as I can.
Yeah, no. That's exciting. I remember back whenever it's a fun thing. Yeah. It's just part of the process. You know, it's a creative outlet. Whenever we try to make songs and we mix and we throw reverb on certain shit, you know, it's all those little small fun things that you fall in love with. And whenever it's all done and you got your end result, it's like, I did that. I created every piece of that. So, yeah, it's very fun editing videos. And
the thing that's also exciting is it goes back to why we started this. It's almost a video documentation of our life.
Yeah.
And you can, like, if you were making a home video with you and your family, like, you know, you could throw funny edits in there, like something to just keep for you guys. And then 10 years from now, you look back on that, and it's not just a regular video. You know, you can edit it.
Yeah.
Well, it's edited and it's, you know, enhanced to look nicer or be more funny or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's the way the world is going, is just like, you know, if you're able to create content and do everything in order to that, all the things that encompass that, you have a lot of control.
Yeah, you do.
Know?
It's a commodity. It's well, maybe that's the wrong word to use. It's something that you can use to leverage.
It's an asset.
It's an asset.
Huge
there
asset.
You go. It's a big asset.
Yeah,
exactly. Sometimes words elude me. Yeah, I mean, you learn how to I don't know, edit photos really well. You buy Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
It's an investment. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future.
Yep.
You want to learn it. You don't know jack shit about photo editing.
You go to school.
No, don't even gotta go to school.
No, I'm saying go to school, like, on the internet and learn.
Exactly. That's what's so awesome about the wave that we're moving into the future. Like, before, Gary Vee said, if you're going to school to learn how to do business, you've already fucking lost. He's like, there's so many things that we have at our fingertips right now that maybe before, in an archaic system, you had to go to school to do these kinds of things.
Yep.
Now, maybe it's just something to get your name on a piece of paper. Instead of doing that, what you could do, buy Photoshop, for instance.
Yep.
Sit at home, get on the internet, Google, YouTube, look up how to do that shit. You can learn it to a T.
Yep.
And it's just an example, of course. And then if you get super ill at editing photos and taking photos and all that, that's an asset. Now you can leverage that. Now you can use that to make money, passive income, whatever. And if you love doing it, that's the best.
Yeah.
So that's, you know.
And if you have fun, like, all the edits that we've had on our show so far, like, it's so funny to see to me. Like, it makes me laugh a lot.
Shout out to Peg.
Yeah, shout out to Peg.
Yeah.
And it just enhances it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do on here, is, like, eventually we're going to add in another camera, different angles, different segments. It's always enhancing.
It's gonna be super dope looking back at this, like episode 100, and seeing where we'll be then. Of course, it'll be somewhere crazy, and looking back now.
Next June, we'll be around episode 50 something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
My dude sat down and did the math. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah. Because I look at different podcasts that I watch, and some of them, you know, are in the mid 100s, but it seems like they've been around forever, but they do one a week, like we do.
So
Fighter and the Kid, they're so high, and Joe Rogan experience is so high because they'll do a couple different ones in a week.
Right.
But we'll be up there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, exciting stuff, man. So now you're gonna learn how to edit videos. Shouldn't take you too long. It took me a long time, but I was just a dumbass.
Well,
in hindsight,
it's what you were saying about the internet. There's so many ways to learn so much quicker.
Yeah, I like that.
So much
quicker. That's a new shit. That's the new word right there. I'm gonna start using that.
Quicklier?
Yeah.
It kind of flows.
I was so much quicklier off the gun than that.
Down to that answer, so much quicklier now
than you used to be able to.
Right. Which is cool, man.
Yeah, man. The internet has revolutionized everything. It's fucked up everything, like in a good way. Like all the old systems, podcasting, radio, it's going.
Yeah.
It's slowly fizzling out. We just have access to everything at our fingertips. If we're not doing something or pursuing what we want to do, it's our own damn fault.
Yeah.
We're not doing shit. If that's the case, you got everything at your fingertips. Of course, like, if somebody out there doesn't have the money and the means to buy a laptop or anything like that, I understand.
But you could put a plan together to maybe have it in a year, 6 months.
And then once you get that, like I said, all this is at our fingertips. Do Google.
Yeah. And you can't be passionate if you don't like it.
Yeah, I think you did say that to me.
Yeah. And they all said the same thing, just worded it differently.
Right.
And they didn't hear what the other one said.
Passion was a recurring thing.
Yeah. And
it's like that old thing. Sorry to cut you off. It's like that old thing. Like, take what you fall in love. Like, what do you love doing? Make that your job, and you'll never work a day in your life.
And it seems almost impossible to do that in certain circumstances, like if you're struggling and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where your brain's lying to you. Like, there's a way to make that happen. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can't do it tomorrow, but put the plan in place and the ideas, and just keep going after it with love, and things will take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if it's something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
God, man, can't keep harping on that enough. If it's something that you really want to do, you'll dive right into it. You'll dive into it and pour yourself into that, and it will consume you. And that's what you need. That's that passion.
Yep.
That passion becomes consuming. It's like, I cannot, like whenever we talked to John Hawes, when we did the podcast with him, he's like, I worked and I did family.
Yep.
If I wasn't at work or I wasn't hanging out with the family, all I did was the business.
Yep.
I bet he didn't do that shit because, I just want to make money.
Yeah, he wasn't forcing it.
He was passionate as fuck about that.
Yeah.
That's the only, you got to be passionate in order to pour your extra time or spare time into something else, into a business idea, into whatever. Yeah. Because if you're not passionate about that and you're still trying to pour yourself into something that you're not passionate about, you're going to burn the hell out.
Yeah.
You won't be successful.
Physically and mentally.
I would really say that the majority, like 98% of people would not be successful. Like, I know there's outliers, people who might hate what they're doing, but are just so damn good at it that they can still be successful.
Like born with that talent.
Right. But yeah, passion is key.
So you ready for a little this or that?
You got it already?
Let's get some this or that going.
All right, man. Let's do a little this or that.
A little this or that.
You got some shit?
I got one for you.
Okay, what you got?
All right. So,
this or that. Sorry.
Boom!
I had to do it.
Would you rather there be a ding every time you winked, or would you rather a cartoonish gun sign every time you did the finger gun?
I'd rather have that.
I knew that you would rather have that.
I didn't have to think about that.
I'd rather have the wink.
Oh yeah?
Just because I've seen it in shows and stuff when they do that edit,
the ding?
and it's just like a funny
Yeah.
Go ahead, Peg.
Dude, I would definitely be overusing the hell out of it.
I'm sure you
How
would.
you doing?
Like the first year, it's like, dude, Brad's killing me with that. That shit is hilarious. And then after that, it's like, all right, Brad, enough with the fucking cartoon gun.
All right, wait, I'll see you later.
Like every time you left the room.
Right. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. You got another one?
I got another one.
Let me hear this other one, man.
All right. Would you rather only be able to whisper?
Oh,
Would you rather only be able to whisper, Or would you rather only be able to shout? Think about like all types of conversation at work, with your family.
Yeah. Whisper, definitely. If I'm screaming all the time, there's going to be plenty of scenarios where that's just super inappropriate.
But it would be so rough to do the podcast because we'd have to turn your gain up so much.
Yeah.
And you could probably hear me from your mic.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so high.
Maybe. But I still think I'd rather whisper. Actually, I'd probably say every scenario, almost every scenario, it's inappropriate to be screaming. Like there's a select few where it's, But
what about...
You're watching the game.
What about your speech?
Your speech?
At NRSNG. Imagine that whole thing you had to whisper.
I'm real pleased that you guys are here. I'm super excited.
Manifest.
I couldn't be more pumped right now. Yeah. Nah, I'd rather whisper. What about you?
Would that Yin Yang Twin song be your favorite song?
Yeah.
It's the only one you can
really at least I can relate to these guys.
What would I rather do? I didn't even think about it. Fuck. People say I talk low already, so it's kind of close to a whisper. So I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to shout it.
You'd rather be shouting?
I'm going to start shouting.
You'd really be coming out of the left field with all your friends. They'd be like, why the fuck is this guy screaming all of a sudden?
I'd be like, it's because of this or that segment. And then they check I Stop the Ship, and they're like, oh, well, that's why.
Yeah, that's just... You always come at me with
And how weird would the podcast be if I'm just shouting this whole time and all your rebuttals are... Yeah, that's a really good idea.
This would basically be the Shane podcast then.
We gotta stop eating so much sugar.
Just because you speak loudly, does that mean you're the smartest one in the room? Not necessarily.
No, usually it's the opposite.
Yeah. Just people like who are speaking loudly want the attention on themselves.
Yeah, it's always usually an insecure
this
thing.
fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if you came across somebody who all they did was whisper? Would you think that they were insecure? That they were shy?
I would definitely think they were.
What if they were dropping mad knowledge on you, though?
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the hell?
It's like if Jordan Peterson could only whisper. Would you take his points as serious and as valid?
I'd probably take them more seriously.
What about Gary V?
I'd probably take them more seriously. Because if somebody's whispering and they're talking real calm and quiet, it's like whenever, you talk, I remember back in middle school getting a little lesson from the parents, like, don't fuck with the quiet person. Like the person who's quiet and reserved, don't mess with them, right?
Yeah.
And, so if you had somebody who's being loud and rambunctious when they're speaking, or if you had somebody who's real quiet, I'd probably be listening more intently. I'm like, this guy's, and Jordan Peterson would be dropping bombs of knowledge, so I'm sure I'd be like.
That's a lot of good reasons why you should whisper.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, by episode 900, my neck's gonna be so stiff. It's just gonna be completely.
We're gonna have to get this change the setup a little bit.
I like it though.
We're gonna be getting sponsored by Ben Gay and shit at that point.
We have those permanent fucking neck massagers on while we're listening to the podcast.
Nah, I would hope that by like episode 900, we'd be sitting pretty enough to have couple people massaging our necks.
No, episode 900, we're going to be in the Matrix. So we shut ourselves off.
Yeah.
And somehow the listener is like brought into our mental world as well. And then in that world, we could do whatever the hell we want. It's like a virtual reality podcast.
I mean,
there you go, right there.
Technically, that's like 900 weeks away.
Yeah.
So
it's not that
far of a stretch to say that could be the case.
All right, but that's the whole goal of this podcast now, the virtual reality podcast.
Yeah.
How fucking cool would that be?
That'd be crazy.
Because we talk about how this is like
Elon Musk is just tuning in right now. Like,
shit,
okay.
He just took our idea.
Okay, got it.
But we talk about how this is a community, and it's like we're all, when I watch a podcast, I feel like I'm in the room, like I'm a part of it. So imagine a VR podcast.
Yeah.
Peg, write that shit down.
You know what else would be cool was like if we had a podcast that was like that 70s show style.
Yeah.
You just go from
went from one person
to another. You see Peg back there with like one sock on and fucking Cheeto dust all over his chest hair.
Why does he always got Cheeto dust on his chest hair?
Ever since I've known him, probably we were 13 years old. My man's always had a bag of Cheetos on. A bag of Cheetos and a can of Skull.
Are you more of a Puffs or Crunchy Cheeto guy?
I'm Puffs, man.
Puffs.
Yeah,
you gotta go Puffs.
If you're eating crunchy Cheetos
Get
still
your life together.
in this day and age, you might have a form of psychopathy. So you might if you got a friend in your circle who's still eating the crunchy
He's a
ones,
fucking sociopath.
unless they're the hot Cheetos,
The Whisperer.
the
Right?
hot Cheetos,
The hot Cheetos. I've had them once.
them things,
My asshole still burns from it.
bang.
I was 7 years old.
Yeah,
I just got a
Dang,
hot
dude.
asshole.
That's like 21 years of just
Dude.
flaming asshole. What if that was the instead of like flaming hot Cheetos, it's like flaming hot asshole? Come get a bag.
There would be plenty of people that
I really think
hate
I
it.
could do. I really think I could do marketing for Cheetos.
You probably could.
Yeah, no doubt.
So let's run that scenario out. Let's go through Cheetos commercial right now.
Or what? Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Imagine this. I'm pitching to the Cheetos company right now.
All right.
You got me, right? I'm sitting here.
But let's act it out. Let's bounce off each
Well,
other.
here's what I'm thinking. So, let me just tell you.
Set the scene.
What I was thinking is, the guy with dark hair is sitting there, right? Sitting there watching the game. Damn, man, it's halftime. He's hungry as hell, but he don't want to ride out. He don't want to ride out. And he's done had pizza the last 7 weeks watching football every
week.
Saturday, Sunday. So, he don't want to call for pizza.
Everyone always just has the bowl of Doritos. You don't want the fucking.
No.
It's played
no.
out.
Yeah, it's played out. So what does he do? He reaches over into the cabinet, into the pantry, and realizes, oh shit, I still got that bag of puffs. He reaches in there, starts eating them. His whole body starts swirling around like
a Tasmanian devil.
like a Tasmania devil, orange tornado, if you will.
Okay.
And once the dust settles, you're sitting there
shit.
with orange hair, orange beard.
really funny.
I'm telling you, I think that would work. And you're just the happiest guy alive because you're eating some puffs.
All right, Peg, reach out to Cheetos, send them that video
Yeah.
clip, and let's fucking make this partnership happen.
Yeah, might have Cheetos as a sponsor coming up. You
There we
never
go.
know.
And like the mics are just covered in Cheeto dust.
Oh God. yeah, I think that could work. Definitely puffs though.
We get the Cheeto guy on the podcast.
You ever had cheese doodles? Wait, cheese doodles.
Cheese doodles.
What are the? I'm catching a damn cramp right now, man. Hold on, guys.
That
Hold on,
sugar.
It's that sugar. No, the cheese balls, man.
Oh, the cheese
Why am I
balls.
cramping right now? Hold on, guys. Y'all just bear.
We're keeping
I
this.
need that recliner sponsorship to come through, right?
That's funny.
I really can't get it out. It's just still there.
That's the worst, man. Oh, he broke his back.
Oh.
At least you look
Okay.
fresh while you got the cramp.
Okay, I'm better now.
Yeah, he's still got that.
Everybody at home eyeballing the man bulge. Let me cross the legs. Nope, now the cramp's coming back. All this talk of Cheetos, man, got me hungry.
That's what it is. We're like, all right, let's cut these cameras off.
Yeah,
go
let's
get
just
some fucking Cheetos.
we'll just end this here and make a run to the gas station real quick.
fucking Cheetos.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea for a commercial though. That's all it is, man.
That is pretty funny.
It's just the psychology, man. You're tapping into people's minds. I've actually always found marketing kind of interesting.
It's like what's gonna resonate within that person.
Where they don't think about it. They're not even aware they're getting played.
Yeah.
Which is what's happening.
And it's all creative wise. Like you just have to do something that's gonna stay in that person's brain, like
Yeah.
Lion in the Jungle.
Like lions.
Lion in the jungle, lion in the jungle.
Yeah. What you're doing is you're planting seeds.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're planting a seed in their mind. It's very intelligent. It's very intelligent the way that a lot of people market.
That's what
I'm just gonna do this whole podcast cramping, I guess.
That's what most money is spent on in the world.
R&D, research and no, that's marketing. That's
Marketing, advertising. That's the reason fucking Google and YouTube and all these things are so fucking huge.
What do you mean? Wow.
Because that's where most of their like revenue comes from, is from ad dollars. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah.
people make money on YouTube.
Yeah. I do know.
Yeah, he does.
I
know.
am
There's
aware.
Bass.
I've heard.
Holla at him,
Holla at you,
Mr. Cheeto.
boy. Mr. Cheeto.
That's what I aspire to. One day get so nice at the editing that while you're saying that, I could do that Tasmanian flip, and then all of a sudden I'm in your seat, you're in mine.
Yeah. That'd be great. You just gotta have the right program and softwares for that kind of thing.
Yep.
So do we got a sponsor this week?
We lost all our sponsors.
Oh, shit, man. That's okay.
They haven't liked the
That's
way we
okay.
portrayed their business.
Oh, shit.
And It's just
they've been loving the way we portray their business.
Well,
bro.
we've gotten them a lot of business.
Yeah,
but,
dude. Slowpoke gambling, first of all, I think is super dope.
And think about all the money that's been put into making these animals faster just already. PETA's calling me every other day, like, thank you.
Yeah, dude, we're getting smashed on Twitter for that.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing.
But, it's not in the U.S., so. Then Benante's Bakery, I mean, no. They're loving this kind of promotion, dude.
Yeah,
They can't, you don't get much better promotions than here on Stop the Ship. If you want some fire exposure, you come to Stop the Ship. StopTheShipPod@gmail.com is where all you future sponsors can leave, emails if you're so inclined.
You got Mr. Cramps, Mr. Tasmanian Cheeto.
It's starting to subside a little bit.
Bullshit.
How do you hold a cramp for so long?
Dude, you know what's so funny? So, during a football practice one year, during the summer.
That's so funny because I was about to tell you a story.
All right, so you next. So during the summer, you run two-a-days and they're fucking rough in the sun like that.
Yeah.
And people cramp up all the time.
Right.
So it was at the end of one practice, and there's the dude on our team. He's a very nice guy, but he was the most out of shape.
Okay.
Hopefully he doesn't watch Stop the Ship.
Hope he does.
Yeah, I hope he does. I'm not saying anything mean about him. This is what happened.
Okay.
So, you take a knee. The coach, talks about, all right, we did a good job today. We got to keep working on this, blah, blah, blah. Randy, way to hit out there, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you hear oh, and we're looking around, we're like, what the hell? And you see the dude on his back with his leg straight up in the air. He's like, oh, Cramp. And everybody's running to him to
Are they?
massage it out.
Oh my gosh.
And he would not stop screaming. And just the fact that it was in one of those moments where when the coach is speaking, it's like everyone's quiet.
Right.
It's a serious moment. From that to transition to this dude legs straight up in the air, just freaking the hell out. And just like you can't stop a cramp.
No. Right.
So
I got two stories for you. What was that guy's name? First name?
Manny.
Shout out to Manny.
Shout out Manny.
I hope you're doing better, brother. Got bananas.
he's watching this just cramping out.
So I was in a game, and I came over to the sidelines.
In a gang. You heard it here.
I came over to the sidelines during the game, and our starting middle linebacker, his name was Trey. This dude, he had to get pulled out of the game because he was cramping. And I came out of the game to the sidelines, and I saw this dude, and he was laying on. So I don't know if a lot of high school football fields are like this, but you got your field, and it's surrounded by a track.
Yeah,
It's usually where they run track around the football field. So he's laid out on the track, sprawled out, full body cramp. Dude just screaming bloody murder.
Oh my god!
And you could look at him, his arms, his legs, and it's just
twitching, convulsing.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I feel so bad for this guy.
So what does that come from though?
God, I don't know, electrolyte imbalances. And
it's like a hydration deficiency or something like that. Don't they give people salt pills?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, Gatorade on steroids.
Yeah.
Second,
but no. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Just a lot of electrolyte replacement, basically. The second story was, whenever you are doing field goal block, usually you got everybody on the line, of course, and they're all going to be trying to come through the middle. Then usually you have your one guy on the outside.
Yep.
Whichever side it might be, you got one guy who's coming off the end to try and block it. So you remember my boy Kimple?
Yeah, Josh.
So we're in practice, and they fucked up, and both went by accident. And I don't think it was Josh's fault. I think it was the other guy's fault. But obviously they're not aware of it because they're both just focused on blocking this kick. Yeah. And this is just practice, and they both get there and collide. Oh. And this other guy's helmet hits Josh straight in the balls. Oh. And, dude, in hindsight, it's the funniest shit ever because Josh is just screaming and rolling around holding his nuts.
God, that's the worst.
And our Coach Massey, who's now passed away, shout out to Mr. Massey. Very good guy. He just takes his fucking visor. He wears one of the little visors.
Yeah.
He takes his visor, like, fucking shit. Just throws it. Just, so pissed off. It's the funniest thing, dude.
Josh is just on the floor.
Josh
flailing.
is just down, dude. Yeah. Damn. Somebody get his ass off the field.
Damn.
But,
It's a rough one, Josh.
Yeah. Anyway. Figured I'd share that with you.
Some good old cramping stories.
Yeah.
Dude, I caught... The first time I ever caught a cramp,
You're like, what the fuck?
No,
is
it was the
this?
weirdest thing. I was in bed, and then it woke me up, and dude, it was my foot, and I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I heard people talk about cramps, so I kind of had an idea that this was a cramp, but I was like, oh shit, I might be dying from the leg up.
Oh my god. What were you, like 3?
No, this was 2 weeks ago.
Oh shit.
No. 14 maybe.
Yeah, man.
13.
Dude, you're lucky to have lasted 14 years without a cramp.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
God, dude.
I got that hydration, bro. It's all that, because I wasn't drinking the soda. I was fucking huffing that shit.
Man, I remember, yeah. I remember going to Kate's Skating Rink back in the day.
Shit,
I was
that was
probably
the
like
spot.
9 or 10 years old, dude. Probably the first time I ever caught a cramp. I'm strapped to the teeth. Okay, so you've got roller skates, which are the 4 wheels. I was always a blades kind of guy. And if you've ever worn roller blades, then bitches, you ratchet them in.
Dude, you used to get the blisters like all over your
I did frequently. But first time I ever caught a cramp, had that thing ratcheted in so tight, dude. And your foot is basically immobile. So once you catch a cramp, there's no like stretching it out. It ain't happening. So I'm just like furiously fumbling with this thing. It's bad times.
Kate's Skating Rink, bro. That was the spot. That was when we like.
That was the spot.
We were trying to get with all the girls in our grade. What, we were in 6th grade?
It was a very significant time in my life.
You had your first kiss there. I remember.
Oh shit.
You had your first kiss in the kissing booth.
I remember in the kissing booth.
You don't remember? I mean, in the photo booth.
The
photo booth. I wonder where those pictures are, bro.
I wonder where she is.
Hey, you gotta find that. I think I've Facebooked her before.
Good old Jana Bell.
Jana Bell.
Dang, man.
I remember.
That was a real awkward kiss too. Let me tell you.
Was it?
I got pictures being taken while I'm kissing this girl.
So you feel like you gotta like.
I've got you right outside
like,
of the photo booth. You got it, man. Little redheaded ass.
Those were fun times, man. They used to do the all-night skate. So we were 12 years old, and we would stay inside of this skating rink.
Probably younger than that. Yeah, we would stay in the skating
11 or
rink
12
all night.
Because I moved at 12, and that's when we were in 6th grade.
Gotcha.
And we went to Bradley, and that's where we met Jana and them.
Yeah.
So we were 12,
yeah.
11 or 12.
Okay.
But fuck yeah, bro. They had the all-night skate, and we would stay there and stay up all night long. And remember, if you slept, they would wake you up. The DJ would... And, dude, shout out to that DJ for working 10-hour shifts.
Right, yeah.
Like, I don't even remember if he played the same song once.
I don't know, man. He was putting in overtime. Always the same guy, too.
What a rough gig.
You know what's crazy, though? What's really fucked up, too? I don't know if any of you guys out there ever went to a skating rink as a youngster.
It's more of a southern thing.
A lot of kids did. But we would do these all-night skating things, and if you fell asleep, okay, not only would the DJ be trying to wake you up, right? The only reason he's trying to wake you up struggling so hard, hoping to wake you up is to save you from getting fucked up. And what I mean is, I don't know if you ever experienced this happened frequently. If you fell asleep and some other kids found you there asleep, which was like against the rules. I don't know if you remember that. It was like, do not fall asleep. It's an unspoken thing, because if you do, you're going to get fucked with.
If I was sleepy, I would have to go somewhere and hide, like in the arcade room, and like sleep in the corner, I swear.
One time Johnny was there with me, and I still remember this, and Johnny fell asleep early, and I was still skating or whatever. I wasn't there, so I didn't see this happen.
Yeah.
But as I got up to him, and I remember just getting up to him, and somebody had poured something on him. It was a real sticky substance. I don't think it was a soda or anything. It was more viscous, more thick than that, just because he fell asleep.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, dude, if you fall asleep,
yeah, it's like you weren't cool.
You're asking for it.
Yeah, but that was the spot where we would like try to get girls.
Yeah.
And when I say getting girls, it means like a pet kiss.
Right. Well, like I said, I had my first kiss there.
What was it when they had the like slow song?
Yeah.
Wasn't it called something where you would?
Oh, I'm sure
those were the moments where like you would take the girl that you liked.
Yeah.
To do that skate, and it was so cool, like to skate in a skating rink.
Yeah.
Like with like a slow song.
Yeah. Or it would be the time where you'd be like sitting from afar looking at her like, oh, I really want to ask her. And then the time passes and you're like, well, fuck me.
One time I was going out with the one girl, and there was this girl I was
Don't lie to the people.
There's this girl I was so into, and I asked her if she would skate with me in front of the girl I was with, and I felt really bad for it.
Shit. Did she say yeah?
No.
If she would have said
That's
yeah,
even worse.
Yeah,
it's like I got asked out both ways.
Oh man, yeah, you weren't on your game that night. And then like there's the skating rink. I don't mean to keep harping on this, but this is dope. There's a skating rink. There was the arcade, where you can go play all your games.
Food. They
had the food area,
drinks,
get nachos, stuff like that. Real cool times, man. Real cool times. Skated up there a lot.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Put in a lot of
We gotta go
overtime.
back to one of those places.
I think they tore that place down, didn't they?
I don't know.
I thought I had heard that they tore it down.
You gotta bring the little baby boy that you watch.
Yeah, that little kid that I raise on the side. Oh man,
It's been a fun episode, man.
You think so?
It's always nice catching up.
Yeah, it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all for hanging out with us for a little bit of time. Spend a little bit of your day with us. Tell the people something, man. I'm always doing this outro.
Well, you do really good outros.
Well, I appreciate you. Should I
So
continue?
follow us on all platforms at Stop the Ship. On Instagram, it's at Stop the Ship _. Twitter as well. We don't use Twitter, not yet.
You can stick around for the outro to see where you can follow us at.
Yeah. Also, stick around to the end of the video. We got 2 other episodes that pop up right here if you want to give one of them a click. We got some funny ones. Last week, 2 weeks ago, was our last single-digit episode number 9,
Yeah.
the big one.
Classic number 9.
But yeah, just keep following us. If you got any this or that questions you want to submit, pretty soon we're gonna start having our producer read it out to us, ones that we don't even know yet. So it'll be like more spontaneous, more funny.
And also, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, give this thing a rating if you enjoy it. And tell a friend, man. Tell a friend. Tell a friend that you found 2 super cool guys. Either that or 2 guys that you like making fun of and laughing at.
Yeah, you can fucking make fun of us as long as you listen.
As long as you listen
And watch.
and watch.
But yeah, it's always a pleasure. We got some new ideas coming soon for the set and everything. We're gonna keep this train going. Or shit.
Guys, thank you.